Howdy guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at some additional options for the contour cut feature, and this will be within FlexiPRINT. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Now if we head into the program here, so in the previous video we looked at contour types. So now we're going to be looking at the options that come with contours. So I'm just going to quickly create a rectangle here and then make a copy of that next to it so we can look at the difference. Now with this first rectangle, I'm just going to add a normal contour, or should I say a rectangle contour. I'm going to go Effect, Contour Cut, and then under Contour Type, if I can just zoom in here for you guys, then I'm going to select a rectangle. Now let's just quickly scale this slightly bigger so we can see it nicer and press enter to confirm that. Now on the next rectangle to the right of that, I'm just going to make the type contour. So I'm going to go effects on my main menu, contour cut, and then from the type we're going to set this one to contour. Select that contour and then scale this one up so it is similar size to the one next to it. Okay, so now let's first select this first rectangle so we can look some of these settings. So I'm going to zoom in here on the right and then we can just see it as it changes on the left. So first of all, we've got our stroke style. So now if you wanted a solid cut, then you'll leave it on the normal solid line. Otherwise, if you want one that's maybe a bit jagged and you have to tear it off, you can select one of these. You can obviously create your own custom ones as well, but let's just select maybe a jagged one. I'm going to say okay for now so we can see it, and there you can see we've got a nice jagged edge there, or I don't know what's the right term for it, but it's that typical one that you have to kind of tear off, but it's easy to tear. Let's go back to that. I'm going to select our shape, go to okay, so that is our one option. Then we have some other options here at the bottom which we can set over here, but you can also set custom amount. So this is great if you have specific scales and sizes or measurements you need to add. Then instead of doing it by hand, you can simply come in here, type the right amount. So maybe here we can round this off to just 3. I'm going to do that, and then yeah, we can do that. So now the top one here is the corner radius. So this will be the distance from the actual shape, the corner of the shape, to the line. And then you can also in many ways see it as this distance. And then what we have over here is the actual width and height. So this will be the overall width of the shape and the overall height of it. Then we've got proportional. Now this doesn't really matter if you're editing, let's say, just on your display. So if I switch that on or off, doesn't really matter, because if I scale it on one of these horizontal points or vertical points, then it's going to scale it only on that area, as you can see. But now let's say I want to do it proportional, I want to keep these distances the same, then I can go onto one of the corner points, and when I click that, doesn't matter if I go left or right, it's going to keep the relation between those lines the same. But now if I come here on the actual view or the control panel here, Design Central, then if I don't have that on and I scale one of these directions, as you can see on our viewpoint, it's only scaling in that direction. But now if I had to go and switch that on, proportional, and edit it or scale it, you will see the entire contour cut is scaling relative to each other. So that is handy to know. Then at the bottom here we have the actual contour material. Let's just leave that at default. Then we've got the joint type, which will not be available under the rectangle and ellipse contour types. That's where we get to our second one. So I'm just going to say okay. Let's jump to our second one. Now with our second one, if I select that, now if you guys can remember, this is under contour, so the type. Then if I go here right to the bottom, you'll see now our joint types is available. So if I click that, we have a few different options. So now let's say we wanted it to be the same as the left. Obviously not so much a line style as it is just how the corners react. Then we'll go here and set it here to the bottom, and then we've got a nice straight one. Just confirm that, and there we go. So now you can obviously play with the different corners to see which one you want or want to use, but that is the gist of it. Then we have one more option under the actual contour itself, and that is fill holes. So I'm going to make a quick example. Let's create a new shape over here. I'm going to make a duplicate of this, scale it smaller, and just do a cutout on the inside. Select both of these, go to arrange, compound that. So now you can see we've got a shape with a hole in the center. It could be text as well, which works similar. Then what I can do is with this shape selected, let's quickly add a contour, effects, contour cut. So I'm just running through this quick so we don't make this video too long. Then under our settings now, we can see we've got our normal type contour, and then under there we've got fill holes. So what this will do is if it's checked, any holes inside, let's say a letter or so, it's going to cut out that as well, so that we have an open space over here. Now if I wanted to use this as just a single contour cut, I can uncheck that and it will no longer cut the inside of a white space or opening. But yeah, so that is it on contour cut. It looks a bit advanced, but definitely play with it. You'll see once you've played with it, it's pretty straightforward. Like I say, my preference is leaving it on just the contour type, and then you might just need to set the fill holes and maybe your corner types if you need something different. And then when you're done, make sure you confirm the changes, and then you can move on from there. But yeah, otherwise that is it on the additional options. In the meanwhile though, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.